So the media team from Takeover Leicester Day is still out and about, and we're catching up with Sarah Shepherd from the Just Fair Trade Workers Cooperative in their new shop in St Martin's Square. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
Good, good. Right, so we've got the guys here, and they've all got a question for you. Okay,
Right.
So we'll kick off with Will.
What is actually fair trade?
I think that's a good question. Fair trade is about treating people fairly, as the name suggests. So it's about workers who are producing the things that we buy, be it food or the gift products that we sell. And it's saying that we are treating them fairly by paying them a fair price, by them being able to work with dignity and respect in good working conditions without any exploitation. And the other great thing that fair trade does, it recognises that it is working with some of the poorest people in the world, and so they need a bit more help. So there's a thing called the social premium, and the social premium gets paid on top of the fee for, say, the cocoa or whatever it is that they grow, and that gets paid to be spent by the local community, for the local community. So that's when they start doing things like they build schoolrooms, they dig water wells, health clinics, all that sort of stuff.
Thank you.
Okay, next question.
Where do you get your products from?
We get our products from all over the developing world. What happens is there's a national association for fair trade shops, and suppliers, that's people who import the products from abroad. They are accredited by the Fair Trade Shops Association to be approved, so that, this is not very good at all, I'm losing it, sorry, you're going to have to cut it now.
No, I don't cut anything. People know, anyone who watches this knows I don't cut it. No, just carry on, just carry on.
So basically,
You know more than we do. We didn't even...
The suppliers are the people that buy it from the producer and bring it into this country, and we sell it, we buy it from them. So we don't actually, unfortunately, I don't get to travel around the world choosing the products. Other people get to do that bit.
Okay, last question.
How do you decide how much you will charge them?
How much? Yeah, well, we're not involved in the deciding of how much is paid to the producer, although there are strict rules about how you do that. There's a recognition that it has to be a price for sustainable production, so that it's recognised that people who are growing or making stuff, they need enough money to live and work and feed their family and for the basics of life, but also to have a little bit extra to invest in their future. And so that's how that price is judged. As far as how much we pay in the shop, how much we sell our products for in the shop, we keep the price as low as possible, while at the same time covering our overheads so that we can afford to stay in a nice shop and still pay the rent and the rates and the electricity and all that sort of stuff.
Brilliant. Quick question from me, Sarah. Come over here and I'll record this. There's a rice challenge that I've just noticed on the wall here.
Yeah.
Explain to me a little bit about this.
Okay, this is the 90 kilogram rice challenge. In Malawi, the majority of farmers in Malawi are subsistence farmers, where they grow food for their families and then they grow rice as a cash crop. So they don't get to eat rice themselves, it's too much of a luxury item. But by selling their rice, that gives them the cash that they then have to spend on the necessary things in life. In Malawi, primary education is now free. That's partly if you've been involved in Drop the Debt or Make Poverty History. Malawi is one of the countries that have benefited from that, and primary education is free, but secondary education costs a lot of money, and the farmers say that it costs them the equivalent of 90 kilograms of rice. So if a farmer in Malawi can sell 90 kilograms of rice, he can send his child to school. So we have 90 kilograms of rice here. So when we've sold 90 kilograms of rice, we will in effect have sent a child to school. And we have actually already done that once, and we're on our second
So
now.
this is your second round?
Yeah, second round.
Fantastic. Well, thank you very much for taking the time to show us around your brilliant new shop.
Thank you.
And like I say, we know you guys are a workers cooperative, a social enterprise. Fantastic work, and thank you for taking the time to speak to us.
It's a pleasure.